vlog or like?
That's actually what got me into everything.
Yeah.
And when I started making YouTube videos, I started to realize like I love film, editing, like story.
Yeah.
Or I didn't realize that. It's just like it was like I was always interested in it. I just didn't like think about it that way. So yeah.
No, that's cool, Bridget. That's awesome. And you edit them yourself as well, yeah?
Wow, that's so cool. I can't edit or anything.
Have you tried?
No.
So what? How do you know you can't edit if you've never edited?
Yeah.
Week 1. My first week of being done with my corporate job. I worked at a media company for 2 years. I felt like my core identity wasn't aligning with what I did every day. That's a nice way to explain it, I think. It's kind of crazy. I feel like the old me would have been so excited to see this because every day I was like, what would happen if I applied myself to the things that I actually want to do fully, you know? So we're here until 12:30.
Thank you. Oh.
I've learned that there's an art to changing. That I'm the potter and the clay.
On the weekends, I work a shift at my favorite yoga studio. If I work a shift every week for free, I get a free membership in return. With this new free time, I was like, yes, yoga in the morning, 2 yoga classes. Yoga is like something that I also want to be doing for the rest of my life, I think. I'm on my way to walk a dog right now. It's more than just a side hustle. I get my steps in and I love my clients.
I'm the potter and the clay. I'm the canvas and the painter. The marble that is gold away. Every stroke of a brush, every finger's touch is a rosy cheek of a love-struck flush. Is a sunburned wing of a heartbreak crush. Is a rush, feel the rush. You're painting creative color. The muses like a Apollo. All the colors layered. Kaleidoscope. You're a sculptor of burning Negro like Bridges did on the knee. Turn to living into art. Leaves to live when you're
And then I would go straight to the studio because we'd have like 4 hours of rehearsals, moving into 4 hours of class. I was going up for vocal coaching, working one-on-one with a teacher in front of the whole class. Then we were working on our first rehearsal projects, which were cast in a play. It's cast in Uncle Vanya. And then we had supporting roles. And then we have speech monologues. You pick a monologue in a certain dialect. So I was doing British RP. Okay, Marina, exit V4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There, yeah, the call.
Okay.
And it's like, thankfully, nobody says it in the play.
right.
And that's too much for this true heart to bear.
Your problem is with the men who claim to be littering my life with love for me. So often forbid men.
Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can see you as a child. The river
I left
gives us
work
every good thing.
on a good note. I went out to celebrate with my friends. And then I went straight into doing what I love, doing it vigorously and then getting rewarded for it. It felt like affirmation from the universe that I was doing something right. There's this speech class was a big one. I'll talk about it. I didn't get to talk about it on film. I was just like savoring the moment, but I did record this voice memo talking about it. I'm very flustered in it, but
I just had my voice class and we did our voice monologue, which I've been nervous for all semester because I feel like it's deeper than just voice. I just feel like I don't use my voice in a lot of ways. So I went up, I did my thing, and my teacher gave me a lot of good feedback. She said that with all the things that I've told her about recently, about how I'm afraid to be heard for some reason, and I don't really trust myself when I speak. She said that I'm going in the right direction, that everything can always change. But then she had me speak from my chest, with the voice from in my chest, and the room just boom, like everybody, my classmates, they said that I really filled the room. I became a different me. The teacher applauded me and she looked at me, she said, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I feel seen."
Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can see you as a child. The river gives us every good thing, and then it takes it away. Don't take me away from you.
Gosh, made it to actually tomorrow's Friday. First Friday of my first week of unemployment, of having no job. We just went up for our rehearsal projects. Uncle Vanya is what I'm in, my first ever Chekhov play, and I'm very, very happy with the work that we put in and very happy with the direction in which everything is going. So I feel great, you know? I feel like the hard work is really paying off. We've spent like probably from Monday through Thursday, I think I spent 8 hours every single day at the studio rehearsing, working on different components, and other performances as well. So I'm very happy right now. Walking through the rain.
this entire time with the program, I wanted to see what it was like if I fully apply myself. I'd been pushing off rehearsals and pushing it off because I had work, or squeezing in like really short rehearsals, coming in unprepared. But this was the first week that I like got all the rehearsal time that I wanted to work on everything fully. And you know, we were going up in class with our performances like every day. I got really good feedback from my teachers, and that just meant the world to me. That was my first dream come true. And I could see and feel the growth too. Because I was investing. I was actually investing into the craft. So that first week just felt like so much affirmation in and of itself. And I felt like I knew I made the right decision. We are 4 months, 3 months, almost 4 months into 2025. And this year has been crazy. Things have changed so much. When this year first started, I was in a completely different mental state, a different place. October, November, December of last year, things started to go downhill. And by December, I was at my breaking point. I had started a new job, and I was in acting school. And in acting school, I just started to doubt myself so much. And I think the hardest thing is like when you care so much about something and you feel like you're not doing good enough, and you just feel like, if I have nothing to offer for this thing that I love, then what am I? Like, and it confused me. I know it sounds dramatic, but I was so deeply anxious to come back to New York, to come back to my life, because I went home for the holidays. I was in this horrible position with my job. I knew I couldn't stay because of the person I was becoming, but I felt like I couldn't go because I was too scared. It wasn't the work that was bad, I was just crushed mentally, so terrified to go back in that environment and face the people when I knew that I was leaving them. And what did it mean for me after I left? And I just couldn't do it. I was shrinking and crying. And the first day that I went back into the office, I was sat in the back with the lights off, just crying. My job was making me really bitter. And it was good for me because that kind of pushed me to explore all these different things about myself. Explore what would make me happy. Because I think without that like dissatisfaction, I wouldn't have gone out there, sought out so many things, which through the journey of it all, I learned so much about myself. While I was working, I kind of like felt like I'm not on my path and I can feel it. But now looking back, there's like a process to everything. You know, things aren't gonna be good or feel good all the time, and it's hard to believe in the moment that you're on the right path. But looking back, I'm so thankful to the me that went through all the stuff that I didn't like, because she needed to go through that for me today to get to where I am. So a lot of times, like, I feel a lot of love for myself looking back, because I know that she did things with a bit of blind faith, and it worked out, because here I am saying it worked out. Anyway,
I've learned that there's an art to changing, that I'm the potter and the clay, I'm the canvas and the painter, the marble that
point is, I was scared to do it, terrified to do it, but we did that. And I feel like that was like a level up for me in my life. New Bridgette unlocked, because I've never quit anything in my life. I've always been so scared to disappoint people. Such a people pleaser. So doing that kind of healed me, to be honest. There's things that you think that you'd never be able to do, and then one day you do it. Ironically, leaving was sad. It was really bittersweet. It was bittersweet knowing that I made the choice to end something. That was my life for 2 years. Gave me a sense of structure, gave me a status, place in society, I guess. Made me feel like I was at least being a responsible adult. But at the same time, I just felt like as I was leveling up with acting in this evening conservatory, I just wanted so bad to see what would happen if I fully applied myself to something that I'm passionate about, instead of just applying what's left of me after I do the whole 40-hour work week thing. That had been my burning question ever since I started corporate, basically, is when am I actually going to try to go all in, basically. This is so cute. Shit. You'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, orange, and green, and at least a million others. Same old storm again. Oh my god, I'm like really nervous right now. I don't know why, but I just spent like the past 2 hours, no more, 3 hours, sending an audition in. My roommates in film, right? This was for one of her friends. Love his style, love his films. I think he's shooting something on Tuesday. It's like a short, looking for a girl. And so I like sent in my audition. I'm very nervous. So that's the update. But that was my Saturday night. This is the whole setup. I have this dream, this plan that's like road to 100 videos, 100 auditions. I don't even think about how good or bad I'm doing until I hit my first 100 auditions, you know? I'm Bridgette Gong. I'm 5'6", based in New York City, and I'm reading for the part of Nicole in Blind Date. Rolling. Okay. Okay, Brandon, you got this.
Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can see you as a child. The river gives us every good
You sure?
And then it takes
Positive.
it all away.
Really?
Don't take
We can do something else. No. Let's go to the movie. I like spending time with you.
don't take
Me too.
me away from
So that's week 1. Life's crazy, but I'm happy.
I've learned that there's an art to changing